We have given up on America because this is day 14 of the war. And they're not telling you the truth. See, we've been looking at news headlines across not only America, but Iran, Russia, China, India, Spain, Germany, South Africa, Kenya. And the reality of what's going on is much more scary for you as an American, for you, a United Kingdom citizen, for you, a Canadian. Because welcome to the 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks into this war, and I'm going to read you something from Technology. It's an Instagram page, and this is really interesting. It says that major Gulf producers just cut 6.7 million barrels daily as the Iran war prices hit $200, while still securing 11.7 million barrel shipments directly to China. So in this video, we are giving you the full breakdown. And if you have been watching this channel, Journey with us, and you're like, man, I really enjoy your content, I really like what you're saying, but you want to take things a step further, we're doing something new. Since we're in World War III, we're going to be writing monthly letters. Yes, snail mail that goes directly to your inbox. It's called a snail mail club, letter from Mauritius, so that we can tell you how things are here, things that we can't say on YouTube, and so that you can receive something that's not just a YouTube video, that's not just a newsletter, but something tangible that you can save and help you think through World War III. Check out the link in the description. Sign up, $19 per month. You get a letter from us every single month.
Every single month, guys. So this is going to help you guys be encouraged and be motivated to understand, like, there are places out here for you, for your safety, for your sustainability of living, properly in World War III. Because things are heating up. They are lying to us, just like my wife was just talking about, guys. Look, we know once we start to come into truth in a way of how America lied to us time after time after time, this should kind of tell you, like, should you really trust the information that America's telling you? Is there truly fires that is happening with the ships that they're saying? You get what I'm saying? So I know for us, I want to say back in 2015, 2016, we start to like really question everything, and it's a mind shift. It's a mindset shift that you have to have. You cannot just depend on America, the government, because we know where the root and the foundation comes from. So that's something that you really still have to think about. I know they're bombarding you with information about all this war and this and that and the internal problems with America, but you still got to be careful about what you are intaking and listening to, because look, we know the foundation of America. So that should tell you something right there. So you have to really be cautious and use discernment. That's a main thing. Use discernment.
Yes, and listen to this. I want to tell you about Iran's offer to the world, to the Arab nations, to the European nations. America's not talking about this. CNN will not cover this. Fox News will not cover this. But Iran's IRGC announced any Arab or European nation that expels U.S. and Israeli ambassadors will receive full authority and freedom to transit through the Strait of Hormuz, of which no country yet has accepted. But also understand, as of right now, India, China, and Russia are the only countries who are operating through the Strait of Hormuz. I was watching a documentary the other day about the Indian Ocean, because we live in the Indian Ocean, and it was talking about how in ancient times it was far more powerful because of the Swahili coast, the Mascarene Islands, Australia, China, all of these places being connected together and trade. And guess what? They didn't need North America in those times. North America was not even a thought. They didn't need Europe in those times. They just traded amongst each other in the Indian Ocean. And I was like, wow, it looks like we're going back to that time. Now, Spain has also pulled its ambassador to Israel. So this typically happens similar to when President Donald Trump withdrew 30 ambassadors across the world. Spain saying this is saying, hey, we're kind of like at a political war with you before going to a full war with Israel. We've never seen this before with European nations. African nations, yes. Middle Eastern nations, yes. But we've never seen this. Spain is the first European nation to actually stand up and say, we are not going to support Israel during this transition, during this war. They terminated the ambassador on March 11th, and it was published in the official state gazette. The cabinet approved the decision on March 10th. The embassy will be led by a charge d'affaires. Okay? So Spain is like, we're not really with you, Israeli Zionists. And it's just an interesting time to be alive, because Zionism is a huge thing. Just look at, the west part of South Africa. Look at America. Look at how much the Israelis have really just owned economics, owned banks, owned the slave trades. These are things that you should look into.
Yeah. Like point blank period. Like, I know we come on here and give you the information that you need to hear, but the most important information that we can say is get out of America. Go somewhere where you are going to feel like the weight is lifted off your shoulder. Like I'm telling you, once we left America, soon as we landed on the continent of Africa, I'm telling you that first deep breath is something that you really can't explain. I know people that have traveled, that have moved outside of America. Leave a comment below and let us know if you have that same feeling. So we really want to give you guys this information so we can plant these seeds and we can snap in your face like, wake up, because things are going to start heating up. With the last video, yeah, and it's just going to get worse. I know I keep saying the same thing in each video, but that's the truth. Like, since 2019, nothing was going back to normal, and you can even go back to like 2012 to be honest. But it's so much that you have to decide what you're going to do. Like, that's point blank period. Like, what are you going to do about what is happening right now? How are you going to be moving around in this chaos time, in this crisis that's happening? Because the whole world, as you see, Spain now, they're starting to be involved. Yeah. France now is starting to be involved. Australia now is starting to be involved. You gotta respect that about Spain. You get what I'm saying? It's more of like, a lot of things are going to start changing, and we are in just the third month, they say. It's March
2 weeks into
13th.
The war.
Yeah.
14 days.
Just think about what happened at the beginning of the year. I can't even remember because there's so much information that they just throw at us. But this is 2026. It's 2026 now. And like I say, this year is moving fast. And you just gonna have to decide what are you gonna do about it.
Yes, and there was actually an imminent threat, an immediate emergency threat that happened in Iraq this morning or overnight with the Americans, the American Air Force. They actually crashed in the desert. I'm like, wow, this is just a disaster that this is happening. This is from German news stations. They had to fly those American Air Force pilots and crew and passengers over to Germany to get medical assistance. I'm like, how did they crash? It's supposed to be the greatest military in the world. What exactly went wrong to where they're crashing? Is it something with the Iranian systems that are throwing them off with the telecommunications? Is it something with Russia that's potentially throwing them off with telecommunications? Because obviously Russia and Iran have technological advancements too. And so it's looking like this war is actually on really even ground. It looks like America doesn't really have like a huge true advantage other than maybe AI. But even then, geologically, Iran is surrounded by mountains. Like, this is a very rigorous, rough terrain. It's a desert. It's dry. Like, this is the type of terrain you just don't really survive in, which is why nobody goes to war with Iran. You think Israel would have gone to war with Iran by themselves? They know they can't defeat Iran by themselves, which is why they had to drag America into the mess.
Yeah, these technologies is something else, I'm telling you. I saw something where they were saying that Donald Trump, he used space technology to, attack Iran. So that's something just out of this world. Like it's out of this world, like really. But yeah, things, it's just like it's too much. Things are starting to like get too much. So this is why I'm trying to tell you guys, like, if you are listening to this, and most of the people that are subscribed to our channel, just say from the beginning, they seen our journey from 2020 moving out of America until now. So
without going back.
Yeah, without
gotta
going
add
back.
that in.
Without going back, and we are figuring it out. And this is why we come on here to like really tell you guys it's possible. It's really possible, and it's time for it. It's time for it. I don't know if the Most High is telling you to get out, but I'm pretty sure He is if you're listening to this information, if you are subscribed to this channel. Yeah. So if you do come to our channel and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell notification, because things are just going to get, it's going to get worse. Things are just heating up super fast, day after day, week after week. But this information that we share with you guys and want you guys to have is very, very important.
Yeah, that's true. And more people are coming to Mauritius. We've had people say, you know what? I was an expat in South Africa, I'm coming to Mauritius. I was an expat in Kenya, I'm coming to Mauritius. I was an expat in Ghana, I'm coming to Mauritius. Because in a World War III scenario, there's only two things that really matter. Safety, number one, and two, your ability to have legal residency for 5 to 10 years. Now, most places cannot give you that. Ghana does offer citizenship, but then on the flip side, people want a better level of safety. They want to live on an island. They want to live near the Mascarene Islands on the Indian Ocean, where trade is bustling, where you're not in the crosshairs of fires and ballistic bullets and missiles that are running rampant in the Western world and also now affecting West Africa. Because even in Nigeria, U.S. embassies are being targeted because West Africa is a largely Islamic part of the African continent. If you're unaware, the Christian side of the continent is actually south, below the Congo. Below Congo, Tanzania, below Kenya, straight on down through to South Africa, including the Mascarene Islands. This is where you will not find as many Islamic people. Therefore, you will not have to deal with the Shia rule, where it's basically this war, because this is the weird thing about the war that has never been seen before. Both sides think that they're functioning as a messiah. Iran believes their leader's functioning as a martyred messiah, the father of the leader, and America thinks that Donald Trump is appointed and anointed to bring forth Jesus Christ. Yes, this is what the White House is saying. Like, just listen to what they're saying. So we are on two extreme sides of just chaos, where people are like, I have to do this. And when religion gets involved, from the white supremacist Christianity mindset, but also from the Islamic mindset, you can tell through history, a lot of blood gets shed when religion gets involved. A lot of blood gets shed through the Catholic Crusades. Like, this is reminiscent of that time, but on both sides. And so you want to be out of the way on all that. Check out the links in the description. Go to www.journeywithus. MoveToAfrica.com/services. Mature Adult Intensive is closed until we announce the next one. But I just saw that yesterday. Like, this is so strange.
Yeah, it's funny because they always do this around this time. And if you know this time, it's around the New Year.
Passover.
It's around Passover. It's around the first feast days. So, like you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. They kind of telling half truth in a way, but you just got to have the ears to hear. You gotta have the eyes to see. So, use your discernment and be wise with the moves that you make, because it's really time to step up to the plate and give it your all to, be where you want to be and be sustainable in this time.
Yeah, it's just so weird, that we're living through these times, the end days. We thought COVID was odd enough. Remember, everybody? We thought COVID was weird enough. Living through that time, we're like, okay, maybe that's just our weird situation. Every generation has a very odd situation that they live through. But our generation, it seems like we got weird situation after weird situation after weird situation that we are living through. And so it's up to you. It's your decision to decide, okay, do I want to have some kind of network? Do I want to understand how things are operating in the Indian Ocean? Even if you're like, hey, I'm not ready to leave America yet, but I do want a plan B. I do want to be in a network. I want to receive those new letters that you're sending out. I want to be in community with people who live across the world. Then that's your option to be able to do that, because optionality is the name of the game to where you start to network and understand, okay, maybe in 6 months you're like, you know what, this is too bad. The oil is $300 a barrel. The meat is $112 for a piece of steak. Maybe by then you're like, okay, let me just see what my options are.
Yeah, that's too late. But I'll say this.
Why you say that today?
But I'll say this because we had a client call the other day, and they thought that they wanted to do something coming to Mauritius, right? And information is very important, especially with people on the ground like us. I was talking to them saying like, maybe you can do this. Like, what is your income? And they like, oh, we do have that and this. I was like, do it that way, because if you try to come here and do it the way we have, you get what I'm saying? Because we do have a business. We are business owners, right? So that's a little bit easier for us. But someone that is trying to start a business and get money where it's a struggle right now, they already had their income streams coming in with rental properties. And I said, make sure you just this is what you need to do. You need to do this, and then you can use that income stream to get approved for 10 years. And they said, oh wow, I didn't even think of it like that.
Right.
And I'm like, yes, you guys are good. Like the whole call we was kind of talking about something else that was trying to figure out, but once I got the information I needed, I said, hey, no, do it this way. That's what you need to do, and you're going to be solid. You're going to be good.
And then you can still run your online business because they want to operate their consultancy with clients that are outside of Mauritius, which is the best thing to do because it's tax-free if your clients are not in Mauritius. But nobody would know these strategies unless they're here and have lived here for 2 going on 3 years and have talked to the amount of clients we've talked to. I mean, the amount of Americans that are here is just mind-blowing. It's truly mind-blowing. You go out and you just see Americans now that are like, hey, people speaking English that's not like a UK accent, and you're just like, wow, this impact is getting so big because everybody can see that the Most High has opened this door. It's one of the most rare doors that I've seen in the world. I mean, I really believe this moment is going to go down in history the way it did during even the Holocaust. There were a lot of people that fled to Mauritius during that time. Mauritius is that spot where it's like, if there's chaos in the world, they open their doors to people that are either oppressed or people that are dealing with the West, dealing with crazy stuff out there. They open their doors and you settle in and you build, and it's just paradise. I can't even describe it to you, which is why, again, you should go to the link in the description. Grab the letter from Mauritius. Every month I'm writing you a letter so that you can understand what it's like here. Feel free to write back. Feel free to keep it and just stash it in your drawer, because we are in World War III. It's undeniable now. You can't lie about it. You can't let anybody else lie about it to you. But you do have a decision. You can get a network. You can do what needs to be done. Acquire knowledge, diversify. And that's your choice, though. Yeah,
it's your choice. It's always your choice. So all praises, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this information and video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will talk to you in the next one. Shalom.
Shalom.